My dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik sir. In the previous class, we have discussed about the magic tips in connection with the spoken English. It is because that these tips are very essential for speaking English. In the last class, we have discussed that how self-interest, self-confidence, self-practice, and side by side the importance of the role of asking question, strong willpower makes us speaking English fluently. Yes, and here in this section, this is useful tips for speaking English fluently bit 2, and this is in the bit 2 we are going to discuss about how to surround yourself in English learning. It means how the surroundings, English surroundings helps us in learning, how we can take part in different competitions, how nature is our best teacher that teaches us a lot. Side by side, active reading and active listening, all these are very helpful for learning and speaking English. Yes, how? Let's see. Here we find surround yourself in English learning environment. English learning environment. My dear students, this is also very important requirement. We have to create our learning environment in the sense wherever we may reside, either it is in a rural area or urban area, wherever we may reside, we have to create our environment in speaking English because we are interested, and therefore we can easily create the environment of our own in which we can speak English properly. Parents and teachers, as we have already discussed, parents and teachers side by side, our friends, again parents, teachers and friends are definitely very close to us at early level. They should provide children natural setting on environment. It is very natural on the part of parents and teachers to provide natural environment at home or at school. At school, the teachers; at home, the parents and elders. They are expected to provide natural setting in a home atmosphere or the school atmosphere so that children can get the scope for speaking freely and confidently. Yes, this is therefore natural setting or environment so that they can take part in speaking English. Yes, whenever students ask any question to the teachers, they should very joyfully make them understand what is what. Similarly, parents at home are expected to teach their or guide their children in such a manner so that they can know the ABC of English. Yes, again, naturally, it is highly expected from the educated parents. Yes, that will help them in speaking English properly. On the part of students, take part in classroom discussion. Here we find this is also another important factor. Yes, so whenever you are in the class, school, take part in the classroom discussions. This is important. Whenever the teacher is teaching anything, any subject, take interest, be attentive, eye contact, just to try to understand what the teacher is teaching, and take part. Whenever teacher asks any question, don't worry, you just raise your hand and try to answer the questions confidently. That is the very important factor. If you commit any mistake, then there is no problem, because that can be sorted out by your teacher, and it will be helpful on your part to learn something. And therefore, don't feel nervous in taking part in the classroom discussions. Yes, and debates, again debates and seminars. Naturally, debates and seminars and classroom discussion are the right platforms where you can express yourself, your knowledge, and feel confidence that I can also speak confidently, freely, without any fear or nervousness. Yes, that feel proud of expressing your viewpoint. Whenever you raise your hands and answer the questions of your teachers, definitely at that very moment feel proud of your expression and answering the right questions. Yes, giving right answers, then definitely that will help you in speaking more and more in future classes and future debates, and that is what I call seminars. Yes, this is very, very important factor for you to learn English properly. Learning from nature. My dear students, nature is the best teacher. Nature is the best teacher in the sense that its pages are never ending. It teaches us a lot. We have never seen God, but God is behind nature. And yes, this is the magic of the factor. And nature is the best teacher in the sense the green field, the blue sky, the flying birds, the flowing river, and the setting sun, rising sun. Yes, all even art is our best teacher. And here we find the matter that English is lying everywhere. It means learning is everywhere. Nature is therefore the best teacher, and hence nature is the best teacher. Observe your surroundings. Observe your surroundings. Yes. If you closely observe around your surroundings, definitely you can find that learning is lying everywhere. It means a dog and its puppies also teaches you a lot. How a dog is trying to fulfill the thirst or belly of its puppies. Yes, we've been without eating anything. You see, this is nothing but love in between father, mother, and children. Yes, mother's love. And therefore, here we find how English is lying here and there everywhere. Enjoy all the elements of nature and express in sentences. So try to express in sentences. Oh, it's a fine morning. The birds are twittering. The sun is rising, etc. And yes, definitely you can enjoy everything and express yourself anything in English. Yes, therefore, learning is lying here and there, everywhere in the womb of, in the world of nature. Yes. The other idea, what we find, that is active listening. My dear students, active listening is also another useful factor for receiving information. As we have discussed that listening is a receptive skill. Through careful listening, we listen a lot. We try to understand what others are speaking, what our parents and elder members in the family, what the teachers in the school, what the public speakers in the public meetings speak, our friends speak. Yes, definitely we can learn them if we have active listening power. Just carefully listen what they are talking. you can definitely receive information, understanding the feelings of others, thoughts and beliefs of the speaker, giving suitable feedbacks and giving suitable feedback. Naturally, feedback means response. You see, whenever you listen, then definitely you gather courage to give your feedback. And yes, definitely listening is a receptive skill. What we have discussed is child learns a lot at home listening, and side by side more and more from parents and family members, and side by side at school or playground. Yes, these are the world of a child, and therefore children should enjoy everything from these fields: home, school, and playground. Yes, therefore, children should take interest in active listening and listen everything what is happening everywhere. Yes, then they can definitely able enough in speaking English properly. Yes, therefore, listen, parents, teachers, lecturers, speakers in debate, seminar, meeting, radio, television carefully. Yes, these are the fields. And remember the style of oral communication. It means oral or verbal communication skills, how others are speaking, but the rising and falling tone, what type of questions are they raising, and how they are expressing their voice, their level of speech. That is, yes, you see, that is here we find there use tag questions. Tag question is a very interesting factor. That is a question tag which is used at the end of a negative or positive statement. In the sense, if there is a negative statement, we use positive tag. Vice versa, if there is a positive statement, negative tag is used. For example, nobody knows the address of God. Yes. And the tag question, do they? The tag question. Yes, it will be discussed in a separate classes subsequently, categorically, remember. And the other idea that you see, you have done your homework. Haven't you? Yes, you see, you have done your, haven't you? Yes, you have not done your homework, have you? So in the sense, these are the question tag. These are used to draw the attention of the listener towards your question. Yes, therefore, question tags, greetings. Hello, how are you? Are you fine? Yes, greetings. And here we find leave taking. Bye. Bye, my dear friends. See you tomorrow. Leave taking. Formation of a yes or no question. Can you speak English fluently? Your answer may be yes or no. This is what we call yes no question. Can you speak English fluently? Yes. Is it raining outside? See now. Is it raining outside? Yes, no question. Yes. Here we find the matter that how formation of yes, no questions, expression of gratitude. I am highly obliged to you, my dear. Your help cannot be expressed in words. Yes, gratitude. Yeah. And here, apologize. I'm sorry, highly sorry for hurting your heart. I will never repeat it in future. Yes, excuse me, sorry. Yes, apologize. And sympathy. For example, your friend has lost his father recently. So, I mean, in that case, you say, I'm highly shocked listening to your father is no more. Yes. May God give you strength to tolerate such type of blow. Yes. And this is what we call sympathy. You express your sympathy at the problem of anybody in your lifetime. Next come interjections. Yes, interjections play a very interesting role to express the feelings or thoughts of mind. Therefore, interjections also very essential. Hooray! We have won the match. Ha ha! Damn! I have lost my key somewhere. It means this is what I call dissatisfaction. Damn, I have lost my key somewhere. You see, listen here we find, therefore here we find the interjections, etc. Record your own speech and listen. Sometimes we enjoy our own speech. Therefore, we record our speech and listen carefully how and in which way we are speaking. Therefore, while starting speaking, you may also record your speech and enjoy the style of your speaking. This will definitely motivate you to speak more and confidently. Yes. Now come to active listening. Therefore, this is a very important factor, and here active listening helps the learner in improving imitation. If we listen anybody actively, sincerely, carefully, then we can imitate him. Imitate means follow. Yes, his style of speaking. Pronunciation, it means how anybody pronouncing the word, and that pronunciation also carefully be listened and uttered by you. Yes. Next, intonation. Intonation means rising and falling tone. Yes. Are you coming tonight? Are you coming tonight? Rising tone. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, falling tone. Yes, you see, listen here, we find intonation. It means rising tone and falling tone. It creates also music at the time of speaking. Yes, and repeating, naturally repeating. Yes, whenever we repeat the same word, definitely there is some importance. That's why I repeat. I repeat. So our teachers also say that I will repeat the same thing it again and again in order to make you understand the matter. The repeating, yes, and juggling. This is a very interesting art, my dear students. Juggling in the sense you must have seen the juggler, and whenever he is throwing a number of balls and catching one after another. Similarly, whenever we have word power, then we can use the words keeping one and using another. And yes, this is the matter of juggling, because as we know that speaking is a game of words, speaking and writing. Naturally, the more words, the more phrases you know, the more you can decorate your speaking and writing. Therefore, it is nothing but a matter of juggling, keeping one word and using. Yes, juggling, understanding, decision making, understanding. Yes, we have to understand the teaching or speaking of others. Carefully, if we listen carefully, we understand. And decision making, we can also make our decision whether we accept or we reject. Yes, that decision making can be possible by active listening. Answering questions properly can be possible by active listening. So, my dear students, take interest in listening anybody while speaking. Then you can just answer him properly. Yes, this is the magic of speaking. Yes, and here we find then how. Next, reading. Another interesting factor is here we find, that is reading. Reading is also very essential, and here we find reading. As listening is a receptive skill, similarly, reading is also a receptive skill through which we can easily read and learn a lot. which helps us in speaking and writing. Yes, therefore, reading is also a receptive skill, right? And active reading is therefore very essential. According to Francis Bacon, a writer and a philosopher, has been expressed that reading, according to him, reading makes means makes. This is old use of English. Makes. Similarly, has is equal to hath is equal to has. You see, hath makes hath has. This is the old use of English words, and makes a fool man actually. The more we read, the more we gather knowledge. The more we gather knowledge means our brain fills with a lot of knowledge, and we become that is like a fool man. When someone becomes a fool man, and conference here we find reading, and conference makes a ready man. It means whenever we attend any conference, we prepare ourselves accordingly and ready for facing all the challenges there in the conference. Yes, and another factor, that is writing, an exact man. Whenever we try to write without exactness or without gathering a lot of knowledge, writing is a very important skill. Therefore, we have to write properly whenever we read properly. Yes, and we again attend conference properly whenever we read properly. Therefore, reading is no doubt a very important receptive skill for gathering information and using in our time of need. Yes, and therefore read more and more, as reading is very helpful in speaking English. My dear students, while we are just studying our curriculum, it means courses of study, that is not sufficient. And definitely go beyond that courses of study. Read newspaper, magazine, and any article. Yes, any novel, storybook. Yes, even if possible, go to the library where you can find different kinds of books of your choice and read. Yes, therefore read books, not only, yes, textbooks, you see, not only textbooks, but also magazines, newspapers, and and also library books. You see, this is the very interesting factor, the library books, yes, and how these are very essential library books, audio visual texts in English. Yes, if you want to develop the perimeter or area of your learning, definitely go to all these, read all these books and magazines and yes, audio visual text, what you find in your computer, yes, audio visual, and in English. You may go through English learning apps, naturally what we find in internet, and make the best use of internet. Make the best use of internet as it is full of resources for learning. My dear students, due to globalization, it is now possible on the part of a person to go through the internet to know the world around us. Therefore, it is a very good opportunity on your part to gather resources for learning, which is lying everywhere around us through internet. Yes, if you take interest, then you can also learn and get resources from internet. Yes, that will help you in speaking English. Yes, the other factor that while reading, naturally while reading, take down. So you see, taking down notes. I remember I used to do this factor at the time of my school and college career, in the sense university, college. So, in the sense, whenever I was a student, in the sense, whenever you are reading anything or listening to anybody and find any very interesting proverb, saying, or idiom, anything, then take it down and try to find out its meaning and application. Then apply it in your day-to-day life at the time of reading and speaking. If you regularly apply it, definitely that will helpful to you. You see, just for example, I've been, while just looking at or studying or listening to me in this video, you just take down the important points in your notebook, then definitely that very points will will remain in your mind, and you can apply it at the time of need. Yes, so whenever reading, sometimes we forget it, but whenever we read, understand, enjoy, and write down in our notebooks, so that help us in speaking a lot and writing a lot. Yes, new words, phrases, idioms, proverbs, sayings, etc. in your notebook. Yes, this is a very good method of speaking English. If you take down it, definitely and know their meanings. Yes, try to know their meanings. Yes, if we don't know their meanings, we cannot enjoy. And side by side, applications. It means apply. Application method is the best method of speaking and writing English. Therefore, if you apply any proverb, any saying, any phrasal verb, any idiom, time to time, at the time of your speaking and writing, definitely that repetition will help you in remembering the matter, and you can definitely speak confidently, freely. Yes, and speaking and reading aloud. This is another factor, and that helps also you in speaking English. That is what we call indirect reading aloud. Also helps us in expressing our intonation, rising tone and falling tone, proper pronunciation, yes, in a very comfortable manner. So if we start reading aloud, indirectly it helps us in the art of our speaking. Yes, with this I come to the end of this class, my dear students. This is no doubt a very interesting class, and here how we come to the point that we have to create a very natural surroundings at home, school, and playground, and how we should involve ourselves at the time of reading and active listening, active reading, and learning from nature. These are four very, very essential factors. So what we have already discussed here in this session is these are very, very essential factors for speaking English fluently and confidently. Thank you, my dear friends, for being with me. See you in the next class, because it is continuing. This is the second bit. We will discuss the third bit, because these are the essential factors with the key points or magic tips or guidelines for speaking English confidently in the next class. Till then, goodbye.